Well, not only is it an exceptional event, but it is, I think, the most important event in American history, because it not only legally created the United States as a government, but it infused into our culture almost everything we believe. Our highest aspirations, our noblest ideals, our belief in equality, liberty, constitutionalism, all of these things come out of the Revolution. So the Revolution created almost everything we believe as Americans. And for that reason, it has to be the most important event. Not to mention the institutions of our government. The presidency, the Congress, the Supreme Court, all of this is created by the Revolution. So it's got to be the most important event in our history. Well, it's because the Revolution was transformative. You start with a monarchical society in a world of monarchies. A society which was hierarchical, in which people deferred one to another, vertically organized society, society totally unlike anything that we can know in our own time, but a society also very different from the 19th century world, where horizontal relationships, people knowing people alongside one another, that society was transformed, that vertically organized society was transformed by the Revolution. People came to relate to one another in a very different way, and you had the emergence of, in the northern states at least, of a recognizably modern society, commercially oriented, capitalistic, and with a great deal of emphasis on equality and democracy. Highly democratic society by world standards, perhaps not by modern standards. Women did not vote yet. Blacks, even freed blacks in the North, were not sharing in equal rights, but there were movements afoot already to change that. But by the standards of the time in the rest of the world, the United States had become, by 1820, the most democratic society in the world. And so that occurred in a relatively short period of time. From the time of the Revolution, 1760s, to the 1820s, you have a vast transformation, I think, of the culture, particularly in the northern states. The South remained much more 18th century-ish. And the difference between these two sections, of course, already visible by 1820, culminated in the Civil War.